Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES. And I've never beaten the original NES version before. As a matter of fact, the first time I beat the game was when I played Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. And I definitely want to play other versions of this game, especially that version and the All-Stars version down the line. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and play the NES version. Because why not? I mean, I decided to go ahead and play this after watching Dodge This Lucas McIntosh play through this, and when he played through this, he got a lot of lives. But anyway, let's go ahead and press start, and we will go to the character select screen. We have 4 characters that we can choose from. We have Mario, who has no strengths and no weaknesses either. We have Luigi. He is a little slower than Mario, but he has a better jump, and picking up big items such as big vegetables and enemies, he's able to do that a little faster than Mario. Here's Toad, who is the fastest character in the game, as well as the most powerful character in the game. Picking up enemies and big vegetables are no problem for him. And we finally have Peach/Princess Toadstool, who is a playable character for the first time ever in the entire Mario series with this game. She is the slowest character, and picking up big items such as big vegetables and enemies takes her a little while longer than the other characters, but she has the best jump in the game, because if you hold that button down, she floats for a few seconds. I like that jump. You probably like that jump too. Just about everybody likes that jump. I'm going to go ahead and play as Princess Toadstool for this stage. And let us begin the Western version of Super Mario Bros. 2, based on Yume Dojo, Doki Doki Panic, originally for the Famicom Disk System, as we drop down to World 1-1. All we need to do is just make our way down here, and believe it or not, you can jump on enemies, and you can pick them up with B. A is obviously the jump button, of course, and there's a big vegetable. We have no need for it. We threw the Shy Guy into the other Shy Guy. Yes, that's what these guys are called. Here's 2 more Shy Guys. Let's go ahead and throw them at each other. And here's a tweeter. The tweeters are masked birds who jump up and down every so often. To climb up vines, just use up and down on the control pad there. I should probably mention holding B lets you run, in addition to picking things up, such as this magic potion. We're going to grab this and throw it down to create a door. We go in the door with up. By jumping onto this mushroom, we grab it, we get ourselves an extra hit point. We have 3 hit points as designated on the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And we are also picking up cherries too. If we pick up enough cherries, we'll get a star to show up on the bottom of the screen, and we want to be able to go and grab it so we can take care of the invincibility that we need to get. And by destroying enough enemies, you will have a heart pop up from the bottom of the screen. Be sure to grab it if you need the health. I will mention changes between this game and Doki Doki Panic as we go. Be sure not to dilly-dally around on those falling logs, because you will fall down and lose a life. That is a 1-up. That is an extra life. And the power block, when thrown onto the ground, destroys enemies. And we have ourselves another heart, so let's go ahead and grab it. And there's our star. Let's go ahead and grab that too. There's a doorway. We can go ahead and press up to go in. There's a ninja. The ninjas usually jump around. And by picking up 5 big vegetables, we can get a clock. This will stop all on-screen enemies, or all enemies, regardless of whether or not they're on screen for a little while. Now, we're supposed to go right from the vine, but if you go left, you can try your luck at blowing these things up with the bomb. The 2 bombs that are here. I could definitely make that. Well, maybe not really. But if I didn't throw that Shy Guy down there, I would have been able to duck and do this. Or this. You can duck and jump at the same time. You can do crouching jumps. As for that flashing, if you hold down for a couple seconds and then release, well, apparently you can't move. But if you hold down and then release, and then you do a jump, you can do a much higher jump than normal. You can do this with any of the 4 characters in the game. which is really nice. And here's another potion. I know exactly where I want to use this. Right here. This is a really good place to get coins, because when you're in the potion door world, I guess I'll go ahead and call it that, you can pick up vegetables and get coins. You can only do this for 2 visits. After that, they just turn into regular vegetables. They just usually turn into sprouts and vegetables. Also, that enemy that we beat up is called a Hooper. That little bug enemy that climbs on the vines. And we might as well go ahead and do the crouch jumping now because I've already shown it off. Also, that is a Ninja. These guys usually jump around every so often. Some of them do it in place, others run back and forth chasing after you while jumping. Either way, they can be a nuisance, but since you can jump on enemies and ride them as platforms, like so, sometimes they can be to your benefit. Also, I might as well just go ahead and show off something that I can only do with Princess Peach. I'm going to go ahead and hold the jump button. I'm going to hold A. And as soon as I hold left to get off the vine, I can easily transfer myself to that other vine right there. Now all we need to do is just make our way to the right, and we'll face Birdo. Birdo will spit eggs at us. We need to jump on the eggs and grab them with B. From there, we can throw them at Birdo. 3 hits will do Birdo in, and we'll be able to use the orb to open the gate up ahead by grabbing it. Now, we've opened that door. Now, all the way to the right there's a door all the way on the other end. We can't go through it this way, but it is there, and had we used a shortcut that I mentioned earlier, we would have been able to take a shortcut all the way to Birdo. Just keep jumping left and we would have been right here. By grabbing that orb, we open up this little area here. This little door here that is shaped like a falcon's head. By walking into it, we go into the next section. We go into the next level. And we also have a bonus chance. We get a nice little slot machine bonus game that we can play for extra lives. You have to press A when the thing that you want shows up, the exact moment it shows up, which is no easy feat. Once again, thanks to Dodge This Lucas McIntosh for making this strategy known to me. I'm going to try to get extra lives. Nice. Well, I'll get 1 extra life at the very least. If you get 1 cherry, you get 1 extra life. If you get 2, you get 3 extra lives, I think. And if you get 3 cherries, you get 5 extra lives. Also, I believe you can also get 5 extra lives if you get 3 stars. I don't know if you can get anything else doing things this way. I don't believe... No, the Super Mario All-Stars thing does not cover what you can get for all of the potential 1-up earning combinations, unfortunately. I did have to thumb through that. I do have it right in front of me after all. Well, here goes. Also, if you can time your A button presses right when you get when the first thing you get is what you want, you can get the same thing the second and third times in quick succession. You can get the exact amount of lives that you need. And my timing was a little bit off. There is a bit of a timing to doing that. And I don't think not the Shy Guys, but the Snippets give you anything. We'll cover the Snippets when we see them. Also, the first thing has to be a cherry. It can't be the second or the third thing. You must have the cherry at the far left if you want the 1-ups. And I was so close to a 5-up there too. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to manage with very limited lives in case I have to do so. But next up is World 1-2. And there is a Pidgeot. Time to get hooked on the brothers. Jump on this thing, grab it, and then hold right to move to the right with, and try to avoid the Bezos. Those things will try to line up with you and hurt you. It's not fun. I don't recommend it. And right here, I'm going to place this right here so I can get this mushroom. So that way, I can go back to being big. If you are knocked down to 1 hit point, you will be small. And if you are hit while you are small, you will lose a life. Thankfully, getting extra hit points by grabbing the mushrooms in the reverse worlds, or the portal door worlds, whatever you want to call them, they will give you more health. You can get up to 4 units of health, and speaking of things that I need, I do want to go into the pot on the left just by going down on it, just by standing on it like I would a pipe, and I'll be able to go down it. The first time I go in here and grab that vegetable down there with B, I will get a 1-up, but it will be a sprout every other time. And here is a key. Once we grab this, we want to run away from the Phanto that suddenly comes to life and tries to hit us. It is possible to defeat Phanto with the Starman, but you got to be pretty darn lucky. Anyway, let's go in here. And there is no Starman there. I am surprised. I thought I picked up enough cherries for that. Thankfully, or sadly, I did not. Now, we need to place some bombs down here. And when we do this, we want to make sure we don't off-screen the bomb and the bricks that we're trying to destroy. Otherwise, the bricks won't be destroyed. Also, I'm going to place this potion down here because that's how you get this. And I don't want to grab that yet. I want to grab this cherry instead because I want to grab the Starman. And from here, I can try to see if I can push my luck here a little bit. No. It is possible to be fast enough so that you can run into Birdo while you still have your invincibility like that and actually one-hit kill Birdo. Sadly, that was not the case. Sadly, we were not able to do that. And my timing was off. I was trying to go for a cherry. And one's better than none. I'll go ahead and take that. And I'm not going to get anything at this rate. Not with a Sniffit. I don't think the Sniffits give you anything. But anyway, it's time for World 1-3. And let's go ahead and jump off the bird gate that served as the entrance to this level and try to grab all the cherries that we can. And we got hit right there, but that's okay. Because right where we put the door is a mushroom. And now we're jumping over trouters, these little fish that jump up and down out of the water. And I would like to go over there, but not quite yet. Instead, I want to get rid of you for one. And from here, I want to jump my way up to here. This is where I will find the other mushroom, as well as the best place to farm for coins. Also, this is the best place to get a stopwatch, too. Ow. Well, that's gone, that potion, unfortunately. However, there is something that I do want to mention. If I can do this without dying, that would be cool. Anyway, if you take a potion over to this pot, make the door here, and then go down this pipe or this pot in the reverse world, you'll be able to warp to World 3. There are hidden warps in this game. I'll go ahead and talk about them when I can, and thankfully I managed to get in the door, which gave me invincibility. Which means that Twitter and those... That Tweeter and those ninjas will not hurt me. And I know that these guys have a name. What are their names? Sparks. Yeah, you can destroy these with these mushroom blocks, which you can use as platforms. But I'm just going to leave them alone. Some of them are slow, some of them are fast. If you know what you're doing and you're careful, you can easily avoid them all. But you can defeat them too. Maybe even outsmart them by taking out, like, the mushroom block that they're using as their sole platform that they move around out from under them, and they just move around in a circle endlessly in midair. It's kind of funny. But anyway, we need to go up top once we go into this area first, because we need to get the key. Once we get the key, we need to drop down. I went left the first time. Before the second time on the way down, I'm going to make my way down doing this. And I managed to beat the Shy Guy down there. Let's hopefully not get shot by the Sniffit. And we've done it. Awesome. Also, those spikes down there are not insta-kill, but I'd rather not touch them anyway. So we've got ourselves a little bit more to do in terms of moving around and platforming and whatnot anyway. And as much as I would like, well, I guess I could still utilize this to do this without getting hurt, and apparently I can't seem to do that. Well, at least I go back to the beginning of the room when I die in here. That's nice. And I have full health too. Now let's see if we can do this without falling down like a nitwit. That would be nice. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab the orb here, as we make this level look a little easier than it should be, while also having a rather hilarious death. And from here we will take on our first boss, Mouser. Mouser will throw bombs. You need to explode him with his own bombs. You want to make sure that the bomb explosion pretty much touches him completely. Also, pro tip, don't hold B. It makes it easier to place the bombs. As you'll soon see, there is a little bit of a pattern to our good buddy Mouser's movements. And pretty soon you'll figure it out. He's a pretty easy boss after all, as iconic as he looks. He was obviously harder in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, believe it or not. Well, that was fun. Managed to beat him with his own bombs, and once we beat Mouser, this door opens up. We can go to the slot machine again. Press the A button, as always. Let's see if we can get some lives. Nice. That'll make it for the life that I lost. And I believe I have one, maybe one more after this. Well, I got 2 lives. Awesome. Well, I tried. Timing is pretty hard to get down. It's pretty exact. But once you know what you're doing, you'll be able to get lives just left and right like there's no tomorrow. I may be able to beat this game with not a whole lot of lives, just as long as I'm careful and I know what I'm doing. Also, I'll try to show off where every mushroom is. I'm not going to guarantee, but I am going to try. And I'm going to see if I can try to pick up every mushroom in the game. No guarantees on that either. But I do want to show as much as I can as I play through Super Mario Bros. 2, the Western version, based on Doki Doki Panic. Next up is World 2, but that will have to wait until the next video. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!